Hello guys, it's me Karthik. Hope you guys are doing really good. So in our previous video, we have discussed about how to create a job, how to create a scheduler method, and how to create a schedule. So we have built the job details and the trigger information, right? So all the information we needed for scheduler and the job is ready. Now we just need to hook these two components so that our scheduler will start using this job, right? So how can I do that? So here I am. Let me create a package called service package here. Okay. So then uh, here we have the first job, right? So first job run some name I'm taking here, and let me take this as a service, and let I have the project lombard, so all logs constructor I am taking. Okay, now I have this main scheduler, right, which I am going to use this method schedule job method, for which I am passing the class name and trigger info. That means this object we need to build, that we will build. From there we are getting the job details and trigger details. This we have already discussed, and here it will be scheduled, right? So in order to do that, first let me import that. So let me auto it with the help of this private final main scheduler. Let me keep it as scheduler here. Then um, when my service is starting, I wanted to schedule this instead of hitting from the controller. So for that purpose, I am using post construct annotation. So this piece of code will get executed when that this particular bean is starting. Okay, or this particular service is starting. Okay, so I have this method. Simply I can use schedule. Okay, this is nice. Now for this I need to pass two informations. First one is my class. What is my class? My class is first job dot class. Second one is trigger info object, right? So let me create a trigger info. Trigger info is equal to new trigger info. New trigger info. Let me do one thing. Let me put this into the common utils folder, which I already have it here, right? Where I'm building the job details and trigger information. Why I'm doing it? I can reuse this by passing the variables, right? So public, simply use trigger info, trigger info. Okay, get trigger info object obj. Here, let me create a object called trigger info is equal to new trigger info, then info dot uh, is run forever. So for that I need a boolean. So what are the there as part of this? How many times you want to trigger a job that you have, and is it going to run forever? If it is true, then I don't care about how many times I want to trigger, because it is going to run forever. And in between execution, how much time I need to wait? That is a time interval I'm giving here. And when it is starting a job, how much time it needs to wait? I'm passing here, and the info object as well, so that I can, some information if I want, I can get that, right? So here I have long something like trigger count, then boolean of run forever, and I have long like repeat variable, repeat 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 value. Then I have long of initial offset. Then I have a string of, let's say, info. Okay, then all those things I can, you know pass it here, run forever, then info dot set trigger count that I am getting from here, trigger count, then info dot set of initial offset is nothing but initial offset, then I have info dot set uh, time interval I am getting from there, like repeat value, okay, and info dot set info I'm getting from another string variable, okay, then uh, oh sorry, info, and this object I'm going to return info, let's say like trigger info. Okay, this I can pass it as something like information, information, this is done, okay, then expected, okay, sorry, this is one not, it is to be set run forever, this variable, okay, okay, next trigger count, oh sorry, this needs to be integer, okay, yeah, I think we are good with that. This one I can simply pass here, so I can use something like private final and common utils, common, yeah, common utils object I have. This common utils I am going to use for get trigger info object, yes, and how many times I want to run, let me keep it as 5 times. And is it going to run forever? No. And what are the repeat variable, that means how many minutes, how many seconds it needs to wait, let me give it as 1000 so that 1 second it is going to wait. And initial offset, so let me give it as 1000 so that it is going to wait for 1 more second, and some information like info object, okay, and since these are long I need to keep it L after them, okay, yeah, I think we are good to go here. I have this is nothing but my trigger info variable, trigger info as info, right, so once I have this I can pass this guy here info, yeah, so 1 second, 1 second, I need to charge my laptop. Yeah, now I am going to schedule this job, right? Then that's it. Do I need to do anything? No, because this will invoke and it will get the job details and it should execute. It should execute here this method. So if I come here, oh, not this one. First this job, right? So it should be first job. First job dot class, yeah, this method it should execute and it will come and it will execute this how many times, 5 times, because we have given trigger count as 5 in between the intervals of 1 second, okay. Now if I run my main method here, my I should get that results, let's see. So I hope this video is useful for you guys. This playlist where we are discussing from the scratch, like what is mean by scheduler, how to how to get the scheduler object, how to get the job details, job object, trigger information, all those things we are discussing as a one step at a time, one small 7 minutes of 8 minutes tutorial at a time, so that you guys start using it. Now my application is started. As you could see here, slowly it is starting. Yeah, yeah, now you could see scheduler object is picking up. I think there is some exception. Okay, what is it? Bean creation exception in ever when creating with name first job one invocation of method. Okay, why? Job class cannot be null. Common utils of 18. Okay, what happened? Job details. I am passing it. Okay, just a minute, guys. I have it here and common utils. Oh, okay. So from here, it will come. It it should call this guy and uh, information trigger, and it should call this fellow, and from here it should pass it on, right? I'll do one thing. I'll put a uh, this bool no this here and uh, okay, here as well I'll put one here, and let me debug this one so that I can get better clarity. I'm running now this in the debug mode. So let's see how it goes. Here I have a service and post construct, and ideally it should build those items, right? Here I got it here. Let me go step into here. I have the uh, job detail. I have this data now, like is the first job and the value. Yeah, whatever the values I am passing, it built here, and I got the build object properly, right? Here I have got some issue here. Bean creation exception. Why? Why? Just a minute. Just a minute. Uh, 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 Common details. I'm returning the job details with the job data here with identity, new job. I think, do I need to pass some class name dot get simple name? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. New job builder dot. Here I have a new job of class type it is taking. So let me keep it as this. Okay, with identity. Now let me save this guy and rerun it. Let's see what is going to happen. Okay, I think this should work. Let's see, because it is saying the job details cannot be, you know, uh, null. So I given the name now, which is a class name, and the class name is going to be unique. So ideally this should fix our issue. Let's see. Okay, it came here. Let me step into it. Then one item at a time. Now the job, we got something here. Now build. Uh, okay, yeah, I think this should fix our issue now. Schedule. I think if I run this, now you could see here, it is running properly, right? 5 times it ran. Okay, and then some port issue. Okay, no issue. Now let me go here, server dot port is equal to, let me keep something like 7612. Okay, now let me run this directly instead of debug mode as a run. I think this should suffix our issue. Okay, now our job should run for the 5 times. Let's see. Yeah, now you could see 3, 4, 5 times it is running, and it should close afterwards on its own. Yeah, only 5 times it ran properly, right? And with the port that we are passing on. Yeah, so that's how you can run your first job, guys. I hope this tutorial is useful for you guys. If you found it useful, please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. It's me, Karthik, signing off.